Oh, he's
Hey,
here.
y'all.
He's here.
Welcome, everybody. So I thought impromptu I would have a live or do a live tonight, and I was hoping Denise would join me. I just hadn't felt like it. Hi, Kendra. Haven't felt like it for the longest time, but I got a hankering today, and everything came together. It's one thing to play with art and play with the thumbnail, and then when you get the hi Red Dragon, I wanted to go ahead and do it.
Did you like the blue bikini I put on him?
I did, and actually, I instead of my drawing over it haphazardly, poorly, I much appreciated it because I am not good at drawing. I am not good at sculpting. I'm not good at anything because of my gross motor skill problem that I've had since I was a kid. So
I am an artist, but I use PowerPoint all the time, and I can take anything I want and manipulate it with PowerPoint. So, I pay for it through. I have Microsoft 365.
Mm-hmm.
So because I do a lot, I do a lot of that stuff. So
when we had like Yahoo groups, when there were Yahoo groups, like in the early 2000s, late 1998. I used to use something called with Microsoft Paint that you could do movies with, animated movies and things like that with. But I really like the AI bit. Hi, Julie. So there she is. So we have a special guest this evening, and I'm glad to introduce her. Spirit Readings with Gigi is here tonight, you guys. The first time on my channel. She has been with. So I'm gonna let she and Denise kind of go through this, introduce herself. Welcome, by the way.
Thank you. Sorry I'm late.
That's okay. I don't think you're late. 3 minutes is like nothing, man. So I'll let these two take it away while Gigi's getting set up. I'll let you set it up, Denise. Go ahead.
Okay. Gigi and I do shows tomorrow night. Her and I will be on at 7:00 Eastern time, 6:00 Central time, 5:00 Mountain time, and 4:00 Central or Coast California time, West Coast.
And Gigi, I saw you're also a healer too.
Yes.
You're not merely no, I shouldn't minimize it because some of us are really skilled in one area, but you have it all going on. So you want to tell us about that?
It feels like I got too much going on, But in each if I can even think straight, we literally just got done eating dinner. She said 7:30. I didn't realize she meant y'all's time instead of my time. So I was like, ooh, that's okay. I work with like all different kinds of people. Some want the healing work, some want to connect with loved ones, some just want to know about their life, So I kind of just get in where I fit in, I feel like, with, everybody.
That's wonderful because as Denise has pointed out, when I've read with Allie and I've read with Denise, we all have separate styles. So it's always good to throw a third person into it instead of there being dichotomy. There can be sometimes unity, or you know what I mean? Like there's right. Always that. You always want a third opinion, right? So.
And, they always say there's this person's perspective, this person's, and then there's the truth in the middle. So, I mean.
I believe that. And I also believe, too, as intuitives, empaths, whatever, we all get parts of the story.
Right.
And for me, sometimes I'll get a hit on something and then I'll have to go into the cards or vice versa. So I think that there's a lot of research that we do. Yeah. Intuitively, which sounds kind of stupid on the surface of it, but it's really not, because we are practiced in what we're doing if we care about it, whether we're scrying or whatever. So if you have a question, you guys, as always, put it in caps so I can highlight it. But
We're
I'm just,
blind as a bat. Make sure you
I
put
have
it-
glaucoma, so I really
I'm
can't
very
see.
blind. Yeah. I'm very blind. I've been blind since I was like 6.
Yeah,
We're
I
We're
too.
blind, but we can see.
Yeah,
I was 6 years old the first time I got glasses.
me too.
And I needed them before that.
Oh yeah, I think I was a teenager, and I remember going and they did the glaucoma test. So I mean, they've been thinking I've had glaucoma most of my life, and then this past February,
Oh.
it finally came true. I'm like, y'all wish that on me or something.
So, yeah. And the thing with this is like, you want to think as you get older, it'll level off. It doesn't level off, or it hasn't for me yet. And they
No.
can't get to 20/20 vision. They could only get to 20/10. And I hadn't had my eyes checked for, I want to say 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And I met you, Julie. And they couldn't get me to 20/10. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you know, it wouldn't have leveled off, but I noticed the difference within the last year. I'm like, I got to do something about it. And they're expensive now. I mean, even with the
Yeah.
insurance. So,
So I have to go back like every 3 months to check the pressure in my eye. Now I'm diabetic, so I have to go every year now to get an eye exam.
is it retinopathy?
Well, for years and years, I guess I was predispositioned to have glaucoma or something because I have an enlarged optic nerve. So, and they say that's kind of a precursor, I guess. You know, I mean, I'm not sure exactly, but I go back so I'm on this eye drop that I have to do 3 times a day, and they really had to fight my insurance to get it. Like, my insurance didn't want to cover it. A surprise, right?
I know. Yeah, we non-formulary, and yeah, that's like us. I work for an insurance company, so
Oh, well, I do. I get
right at that desk
migraines.
over there, right here, right next
sometimes.
to you. That's my office, right there.
Hey, whatever works. This is my office right now, but Kendra, yeah, I do get migraines, and sometimes they're optical migraines too. So no bueno. Ooh, cluster ones. Ugh, yeah.
I'm writing down the questions in at the times.
Okay.
I'm glad
I've-
one of us is.
Well, I've started a few of these. I don't know if I've got them all, but let's.
But after a while, it gets so many that you can't keep
Yeah.
up with.
Right.
It helps.
And this is part of the reason why, and I don't know why, but it used to be when I go live myself on YouTube, I don't have a problem. But when I'm trying to go live with 2 other people and share the link, that's why today, Denise, I was like, let's do it this way. Let's do it that way. Because I'm trying to throw wrenches at people.
Yeah, he changed
But
it.
only when I'm online myself can I get in and do a live. I don't know if there's something I'm not sending correctly, because I've never really tried it, I don't think.
Right.
All the time I've been doing it.
This is
I'm never had
only
trouble with you.
This is only my 4th one, and I've never tried it on my own yet. So,
Yeah.
but at least this time I remembered, because the last few times I've had it on the private chat, and everybody's like, "Are you seeing the comments?" And I'm like, no.
No, yeah, that's what I do too. Whenever I'm like a guest and they're running too
When I first
quickly.
started, it was that way.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, I gotta hit comments. My bad."
Yeah. Like, really?
I'm learning as I go here, people.
All right. So, who was first on 37? All right. Julie wants a general for July.
General.
I know Red Dragon was actually here first, now that I think about it.
But Julianne asked the question first.
Julie, yeah. So
Then RRD and then Kendra.
I did see that.
But they
Actually,
were at the same time, because that's time stamps I have. timestamps of 7:37 for both of them.
Oh wow, they were on it.
Yeah, they were.
All right. So this is for Julie, right? Not Red Dragon.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. So I got Knight of Wands for you, which is the fastest moving of the knights. So once something picks up steam for you, it's going to keep going, full steam ahead. And, it's your energy, it's your passion, your zest for life. What are you passionate about? Which direction do you want to go? For fire, the direction is south, but you can go any direction you want to go. So you just have to take inspired action and decide, hey, I want to go on an adventure and be fearless about it. And you also got Page of Pentacles. So both of these energies are young energy. Pages are considered the messengers of I almost said the zodiac of the tarot, right? So this is your ideas. So this is putting the thought in behind the action. You're making the plans here. Pentacles is that earth energy. Earth is they're the planners is how I feel about it. So opportunities are coming up. This also has to deal with what you desire. Go after the things that make you happy and make you feel good.
I got something along those lines. I just want to say, first off, I don't know why I heard tulips for you, but I did. What I wanted to point out too is there's this energy of like push and pull from the past. Like, do I choose this way to make money, or do I choose this because I feel a certain ability and I'm too tired to want to go through with something? Because I'll tell you what I got for you. I got this card, like feeling like it's not enough, the Seven of Pentacles. This is the harvest. I mean, I don't know if you're in a position where right now you're looking down at it and feeling like it is not enough, but there's like green energy for you. I don't know if, because the 8 came in after it, reverse, which can be laziness. There could be something going on with your stomach too. You need to make sure that what they're telling me is that you don't make yourself sick trying to accomplish something. I'm feeling like you're trying to accomplish something new, and it's becoming an obsession. In the past, I feel like you also were out in the cold as a result of these ideas that you wanted to bring to the table. I don't know if it was in a professional environment where someone didn't validate something that you had said and getting some small affirmation on that. I got Devil on, like, the energy you got on top is the Devil. So you're your own worst enemy right now. I kind of feel like there's this stretch between doing what I need to do to survive versus doing what I need to do practically for either my spiritual growth or so that I don't get in the doldrums and feel lazy. You're kind of feeling like you're going to feel this way for a future until you get to that point where you can balance everything out and, as above, so below. You're totally feeling like out of whack this next month. The moon is coming in for you. So this, to me, please try to take care of your mental health, because I feel like something's going on with that right now too. Knight of Swords, this scares me a little bit because it is war, but it can be misguided. This is what the forces that are coming at you, or your environment, or the environment you're sitting in. I don't know who around you is making you react or triggering you, but I kind of feel like they are. And I kind of feel like it makes sense with the cards that I got about feeling like you're not as worthy as you are, because there was sitting in that heartbreak. I just went off screen for a second. Sitting in that heartbreak, and then you do get the King of Swords. You're going to have to get a little harder, a little bit more ruthless. And the hope and fear is that you would become as cold as this other person, and you don't want that. But in the end, really the psychic gifts are coming into play here. But don't settle for what it is someone's trying to tell you. I kind of feel like someone's trying to tell you something, or you are. But if you look at this, he's above everything, right? So this can be about like psychic dreams. It can be about meditation. It can also be about you're coming into your power as a psychic dreamer. They're telling me you need to clear something out before something that you want to do can get done. And that's what I have for you, Julie, for July.
Okay. I have mishandling. Something has been mistakes made. A mistake has been made, but not meant to happen. Something happened that wasn't meant to happen, but you experience wisdom and you're able to make wise choices, so you're able to avoid any damage from that there. So now I'm going to pull tarot. I got the Knight of Cups, empathy for others. I have to pull. I like the way when three of us read, a lot of time we all read differently, but yet we get the same messages.
Hi, Ellen.
That's really cool.
Mhm. It
You
is.
have mental strength. So you got the Knight of Cups. You have empathy, but you're strong. You're strong mentally. And I do believe that, talking to you, that I know of. And then you got the Hierophant upside down. Oh, wow. You're going to be breaking the rules, Julianne.
Love it.
Yeah, I kind of feel like she has to, based on the cards I got.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then you got the Ten of Wands reversed, so you're overburdened. But I know that you got hopefully a medical procedure that's going to come up that's going to help you. Yeah, please, please. But then you get the Ace of Pentacles. So you've got new opportunities with the potential to prosper that you've been working on. Magic by Moonlight. Oh, hi, Magic. So then the King of Wands. Your ambition, Denise, ambitious driven. You're ambitiously driven this month to complete different projects. But you will have achievement with your projects that you've been working on. You're going to get something completed.
Ooh. I have to say with Julie, I also felt a little dizzy. So I don't know if like maybe your thoughts are just spinning, and you're not able to rest very well, and maybe you feel lightheaded, maybe you feel dizzy. But I did feel a little bit dizzy in your energy. I did just eat too, so I mean that could be.
I mean, I got a sense too, and I don't know if it's a job or something, but there's something that you feel could be fleeting from you right now. There's like a lot of those pentacles can be security cards. Something is threatening that, and I feel like it's something from like the past coming back again, or something that you're afraid of repeating itself. Something kind of like what Denise said.
Yeah. These all resonate. Yeah.
Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles reversed can be stomach issues. That's how I picked up on that.
And she had what, 3 nights?
Yeah, I think she said.
I think she got a night from each of us.
Yeah.
I got a Knight. Knight of Pentacles was mine.
A Knight of Swords, I think.
And I think I had Knight of Wands because, yeah, that's the fastest moving. So, I mean, all of those are movement, you know, in some form or another. So, definitely big things on the horizon, it sounds like, and overcoming obstacles.
And you said in your second sentence, too, there is something that has to get cleared away, Julie.
Yeah.
It really does. It's like easier said than done. I'm the worst type of person for that, but I wish you luck with that because that's hard. That's hard. Okay, Red Dragon. Would like to hear any messages from my guides, ancestors, angels, and/or elementals.
All right, let's see what we have coming in here.
You're welcome, Julie.
Thank you, Julie. All right. Sometimes I feel like I don't have enough arms.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to jump in between questions.
All
I
right.
just would like to give you the feedback when I can because
Right,
take the
exactly.
time to type it. So,
Gigi, before
yes.
we start reading,
Yes, ma'am.
one of the things that I have discovered working with Jeff,
Mm-hmm.
you have to love organized
you
disorganization.
do. Yeah, I don't work. This is
Hey,
why
Irene.
I think, this is why for my lives, I'm good at like probably reading, but I'm not good at organization.
I
But-
feel like I'm adaptable, though.
Yeah, I am
So,
too.
I
So
mean-
I'll help him.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
We work together.
yeah,
But-
you work together a lot, you know.
like I've
so-
worked with people before who are more organized and it hasn't worked because
I just kind of go with the flow and get in where I fit in, or at least that's what I try to do. And
it's like at work, you know how like if you do your meditation in the morning and you clear your mind, maybe you remember to do everything, and that's how I am. But it's scattershot. Like I'm like, oh, I need to do this, and then it gets done. Like that's how I work.
the only way I'm organized is if I write stuff down.
Really?
You know, yeah. So, and since I've had strokes, sometimes I do have to do that, so I will remember things. But you know, if I don't remember, then I guess it wasn't that important that day. All right, so I have Knight of Pentacles coming in for you, and even though he's the slowest moving of the knights, he's my favorite. Like, he doesn't miss anything, you know. He also doesn't carry any weapons, you know. He just is going on his journey, and he sees things before they happen. So I feel like you're gonna know something before it happens. But as you see in his hand, he has his pentacle there, and you know that is his potential, and eventually he has to plant that potential for it to grow. So you know, I feel like you're a very responsible, very dependable person with that coming up. You also have Ace of Swords. Aces are all about new beginnings, new opportunities being made available to us. So I always call this my sword of truth, that I'm picking it up and I can cut through any lies, BS, deception when the Ace of Swords comes up. So, you know, you're getting that mental clarity. You're going to have these breakthroughs, and, you know, it could be new ideas coming in for you as well, but use your sharp mind, use your intellect, use your wit. You know, that is what I'm hearing here as well, because you also got the World coming in. So, you know, the world is your oyster pretty much here. You know, you're accomplishing things. You know, this is completion. You know, once you get here, then you start a whole new journey. And I feel like you're ready for this journey, even if sometimes you don't feel like you are, you know, but you're getting there. You're whole. See yourself as whole. See yourself as deserving and worthy of having the things that you want to have, simply because you exist.
Okay.
Believe in yourself. Yeah, Spirit's saying too. Sorry.
Somebody. Oh, this is supposed to be from the guides. Well, the first thing I heard was you have a sense, kind of like a unicorn, of the rarity in this idea, but you also you still want to be reborn in some way. You're fine the way you are, is what the guides were telling me. There was something in here too about, I don't know if you came into money as a result of someone dying, or someone stole money from you, or you traveled and you might have fallen in love and then you fell out of love or something. But there's this element of something close to you where a lot of things happened in your family that kind of led you down the path that you're on now, and define you. And your spirit guides are telling me, because the main male and sad news, I use the Christophania Kipper for this instead of tarot, because that's what I was being called to. There's something in here about, I don't know if a child was lost by someone in your family or you lost a child, but there's some incredible need here to feel revalidated, or validated in the sense that you weren't before. Something happened unexpectedly to somebody. I feel like maybe it was like an instant thing, like a car accident, but they're telling me that even without them, and even in the position that you're in now, where you're still struggling with it, you're on the right path. That's what I have for you. There was something I did also get, but I can't remember exactly what it was, because I can't remember it.
I hate when that happens.
I guess they didn't want me to tell you. I don't know.
I just had to reply to somebody. Okay, here we are. Red Dragon. Let's see what we got in the oracles. I'm going to do, let me see. Okay. Drained. You're lacking vitality. That's your messages are saying, your guides. You're needing an embrace. You need a hug.
Hi, Carl.
Endurance. You have a lot to go through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But she's built for that race.
I think she's built for it. I don't think she realizes how strong she is.
Right.
I was hearing.
She's a dragon. I think you're content, even though you're a little bit of tipsy-turvy. Everything's like, I think you're kind of like with the rest of us, like, no, we don't know from one day to the next what the hell's going to happen. Just wait an hour. It's going to change.
Yeah.
But so I really think that you're content and comfortable. Are you born, or is your birthday, are you a Taurus? She has a lot to go through. I've been through a lot already. Yeah. Are you a Taurus by chance? Well,
I get Scorpio energy on Red Dragon for some reason. I don't know why.
Could be in her birth chart, you know.
you've had some deception, Scorpio sun, because the bull,
Taurus rising.
is that what it
Yeah,
is?
we both got it.
Taurus rising, because that's what I pulled, was a Taurus card for her. And then you've been you've had lies and dishonesty to you.
Yeah.
And that can wear you out right there.
Mm-hmm.
So be cautious. You're playing with fire with whoever this person or situation is. So just
Fixed water, fixed air, fixed earth. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, I think.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
But there is going to be clarity, and it's going to clearly, you when you're done, you're going to say, do you see me now? Did you hear me? But that's you got a rough little bit of jaunt there, past and present. But I see that it's going to be okay. You're strong. Many lies and deception situation is done. So now you're clearly now. You got the eagle head. Yep. That's it.
Okay. Good.
She's doing that good. You know what? When I get readings, Red Dragon, a lot of times my reading will be exactly what I've been doing for the last day or two, but then it's kind of like going, it's like, yes, I'm doing the right thing, and readers will tell me that I'm on the right, which is cool. So, general massage. I keep wanting to say massage from my guides. I don't think I can do that. In its message, you know how you keep reading massage.
Hey, a massage sounds nice.
Yeah, it does.
This is for Kendra. Okay. I have 9 of Pentacles here for you. So, taking care of yourself, you've done a lot of hard work, and you deserve to be pampered a little bit. Hey, she did say massage up there, so I mean, a little bit of pampering, a little bit of comfort, and 8 of Pentacles came out as well. So recognition for your work. Like I said, you are working hard. Maybe someone's taken you under their wing, or you're going to take someone else under your wing to, teach them what or learn from someone that has mastered the skill that you're trying to master. So your hard work has not gone unnoticed, is something Spirit is saying here as well. So remember to balance work and play, though, because that is very important. You may feel burnt out at times if you don't turn around and take care of yourself, so that's very vital, important, and necessary.
Kendra. Okay. I had this, when I did the poetry prayer for you, I had this vision of you like knocking on someone's door that either did something wrong to you or did hurt you, and knocking on them and said like, hey, look at me now. But I also feel like you still want to be with them, or you want to be for them what you are now, and you want to be more dominant than you were. I kind of feel like you went through some sort of metamorphosis, but I'm kind of concerned based on the cards that there's like a revenge tour going on here. I'll tell you why. So I got the 3 of this is Mercury in Cancer. It's obviously a celebration card of people of the same thing. This is the energy you're sitting in right now. You're pretty bullshit, I think. You are also got this card, which is the healing card, in a sense that you are done with the sleepless nights, and you came to the conclusion you were going to kick it to the curb or kick somebody to the curb. But this sort of relentless lamenting or relentless need for revenge is overcoming it. And girl, you can get it if you want to get it, because the Knight of Wands, which is war, and it's energy with boundaries. Okay, so you're not going to be put through that again. They took your sovereignty, is what I'm getting. They took some money from you, or the ability to be in that resplendence of knowing that you're in control. What's sitting on top of you is you feel like you'll never recapture that innocence, and you'll never be able to like either give fully again or give, but giving fully doesn't mean in that subconscious position that you believe you're going to love without expectation, because your expectations are a lot higher now than they were before. The moon reversed. Someone either cheated or it all came out, and or the deception of what they did, and you might have had to have been medicated sometime in a scenario where you might have been hospitalized, and I'll leave it at that. I don't know why I got that. You are getting, I'm getting this tonight, you're still shackled by the need for something from this person, of some sort of validation or this thing. This kind of concerns me because externally people think it might have overcome you. This can be a bad diagnosis. Please watch your health. And then you get the Hangman, which is seeing it from a new perspective. It could be mercenary energy, If it's reversed, I want you to try to look at it from a different perspective. See, and then your outcome's really good. I think you can be mother and father to yourself and to a child. I don't know if you are a single mother, but that's what they're telling me. So that's what I got for you.
That sounds good. Oh, I'm supposed to read, aren't I?
Yeah.
That sounds good. I can go right along with it because my cards tell her the same thing.
Okay.
You got a new birth, a new situation is coming, and you're playing with fire or have been playing with fire, and it's a hostile conflict. Do you have any head trauma? Do you have headaches or anything? But it's showing that you're having a confrontation, and it was intentionally planned, whatever it was.
Yeah, I feel like it was like I'm gonna go to this person's door, or they came to her door, or something. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, it was intentionally planned. It wasn't it, and it was. But the person is with regret. Now they have developed wisdom, or you did develop wisdom from this situation. A massage does sound good. I know. I think I need to go get one. That's all good about my ex, is he would rub and rub for hours. He enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too. You know, so all I had to do is lay there and enjoy. And I think you've had a lot to go through. You've had a very difficult journey. But the time is precious. Don't waste any more time of your life. Just pick up your cards and your toys and go home and go someplace else and play. Because whoever it was you were playing with was not a very, very nice. Oh, she has 2 young boys too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she does get headaches. Yeah.
Yeah. I also heard you're taking care of business. Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, go ahead.
I also heard you're taking care of business. So, I mean, you're definitely in that kind of energy. If it comes up, you handle it, you take care of it. So, but take care of yourself too is also something Spirit is wanting you to know.
Yeah, because you can't do for others if you're not able to take, yourself. Women, I don't know how men are, but women are really bad about sacrificing our energy and everything for family and friends, or especially family. And then but when you retire, it's a lot better. It is. If I don't want to get up, I can go on a Friday night and hang out with 2 other people on YouTube. I ain't got nobody asking me why, when, how come, what for.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah. That's stupid. No, it ain't.
Well, just because it's stupid to you, don't mean it is.
So Ellen wants a message from Spirit for July and August. Well, we don't do August anymore. We just have to do September, Ellen, because we just
someone already do July. Oh, July and August.
In August, yeah. So we're going to do July and September because.
Hey, we're skipping my birth month? Why?
Are you a Leo?
I am.
My dog is a Leo. Her birthday's August 4th.
Mine's August 3rd. I was supposed to be born July 16th, but I told my mama no way.
There you go. A Leo is so much better.
Calling the shots from the beginning.
You seem more like a Leo anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think I also have it in Mercury, I think.
Oh,
is
wow.
My other Leo placement. But I'm Gemini rising, so I think I'm a bit.
Going in 2 directions.
Let me see here.
A message from Spirit. Okay, if we have to. I wanted to avoid August because August is I hear it's just supposed to be the most disgusting month.
Oh no.
I do.
Uh,
I think a lot of crafts. This month, and we're only on the 4th, is already been 28 days long. I don't know how we're all going to do this, y'all.
Ellen, have you ever been to Greece, or have you ever been to any of the islands in the Mediterranean, or have you ever been to like Cyprus or any in that area? Or do you have like an olive tree around you? I'm getting olives and black olives in Greece, but I'll go into this. I'm also feeling like
Olive Garden.
you have a real zest for life, Ellen, but I don't feel like it's always been satisfied. You do have a really good card coming in for, I guess I'm doing both of them because I didn't exclude any of them. So I got the celebration card, but what I also did get for you that it kind of, and again, I don't know if you just retired or you're going to be retiring or assessing the money to travel, but you did get this reversed. This can mean it can mean unemployment. It can also mean like not that you're going to get fired, but you're in a position where you don't have to worry about it, and or if you do worry about it, reassess those travel plans. But I got the energy you're sitting in again is still this card. I don't know if you are an earth sign, but this is Sun in Capricorn, I believe. And it's so I kind of feel like it's holding on to something, but it also can be about holding on to something to the point where you might need to right now. But if you're holding on too tightly, the reason you're holding on too tightly is I feel like someone doubted your abilities in the past to do stuff. But when I heard the Greece thing in my head and I saw this card and I got travel in the subconscious, I don't know if you astral travel, but you see something in dream in chronic form. This is like near death or chronic illness. I don't know if you're trying to heal something homeopathically. There's some of that energy in there, but I feel like this could be this trip or this thing you're planning can be a real catharsis for you, is what I heard. And then the energy that you have around you is this. It's interesting that you got this with the death card. It's you got it reversed, so I'm seeing it as a rebirth. The way people are seeing you right now, another chronic scenario. I feel like you've been through a lot of shit lately because you got this card, the Tower reversed. And that's also near misses to me, and or experiences that could have been a lot worse than they were. But they weren't full-blown disasters, but you've had enough of them. I'm feeling like it could be your health. Devil reversed is the hope and fear. The hope that you can't travel, that you have to sit still, that you can't move. And then the outcome is the Ace of Swords reversed, a bad diagnosis. So I really want you to take it easy on yourself this summer. And I also feel like if something is coming in on the horizon about your health, that you address it before you go anywhere. But they're telling me you need to get out and take a trip, and it's somewhere in the Mediterranean if you can. That's it.
It's so funny because I got Six of Swords for her as well. That came out. So if you're not traveling physically, maybe you're traveling mentally, or like you said, astral projecting even, but you're leaving something behind. People have been trying to put their baggage on you. You're like, you can go to the baggage claim and pick it up because I ain't carrying it no more, right? I also got a 5 of Wands for you. So like, tension around you, people being petty, disagreements. It's not like big out and out brawls or anything, but just people being wishy-washy is something else that I'm getting there too. And like they say one thing, do another type of thing, and so you can't rely on them. But I also pick up for you as being the Queen of Pentacles. So, queens are nurturing by nature, and the Queen of Pentacles, she is very protective. She's generous. She's motherly. She's able to provide financially for anybody that, is under her care. Nurturing, practical. So, she takes care of business. She handles it. And handles it with care, even, is what Spirit is saying here too. So, traveling, yeah, I mean, maybe that's in your future, and it could be across water, so.
And I also heard too, I don't know, I'm just going to throw this out there. Metaphorically, I was thinking too, like an olive branch. It could have been like an olive branch that you extended to someone and it hasn't been returned. The
Right.
sentence, yeah.
They're blocking receiving it or accepting it or something along those lines.
Yeah,
Holding a
okay.
grudge.
And France is on the Mediterranean. Okay.
Absolutely, sultry. It's really funny because I have travel for you too. But mine's in a vehicle. It's
Ooh.
not.
Chariot.
Well, no, she could take the bus to Olive Garden and get her olives.
Unlimited breadsticks. Hello.
Don't even tempt me.
So that's what I come up with. No, that was the start. That's how my brain works when you guys are reading or anybody's reading. All these little stories occur in my head. So it's really funny. So I got an assistant. You can have guide for assistance. I wanted to go to the mainland, not an island.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can go wherever you want.
I mean, Greece has a mainland, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but I was
think
focused.
so.
I was for some reason focused on those areas like Cyprus or
Mediterranean, yeah. Or Italy. That's down there by Greece, ain't it?
yeah,
Assistant, great.
next to
spirit
France.
guide. So your spirit guide's here with you, Ellen. But you've been held down with some really heavy burdens. You got a big anchor of weight issues, the heaviness of the responsibilities. You're not ready for this. Something's coming up, but you're not ready for it. Okay, you got something coming,
Yeah, I got that too.
and it's intentional. So something intentional is coming up, but you're not ready. So I think you would have to. Be prepared. Let me see. Be prepared for any kind of a situation. Sort of like water, rain, fire, air. It could be that something's going to happen. But remember, I kept saying August. I keep thinking August. I think it's going to be worse than July, and July's already sucked. But we have clarity. You have clarity coming, and you do have an adventure. You're going with the vehicle involved. So unprepared for this. Something's gonna happen. I don't know. I can feel it, but I can't get the message. Unintended. It's not meant to happen. But the spirit message is from the other side. This is what your spirit is telling me. Let me see if I can. Do you mind if I take a minute and?
Yeah, she had a question for you too about that thing that was coming to her. Is it good? It's what she wanted to know. I'll be right back.
Ready for heavy burdens. This is a spirit guide.
I feel like she's being prepared ahead of time for whatever this is.
That's what these were saying, is that you'll be able to see. I think what it's telling me, it just said, what's going to happen, I don't know if you've ever had this happen, is that you're walking through the door and then all of a sudden a light comes on in your head, like, oh, I know where I'm supposed to be, or I know what's happening, where you didn't know at any time. So I'm going to pull some more. I'm not satisfied yet. Or your spirits aren't satisfied. Oh, right there. Threw right out at me. There's communication, a message. Uh-huh. You got a message come in and it's going to release the pressure that you've been under. I think that's what's coming. Unexpected. It's unexpected. You're not really ready. You're not ready for it. It's unexpected. Something that all of a sudden happens that you don't expect to happen.
It's like a surprise.
Yeah. Something happened. It was a mishandling. It was a mistake. A mistake was made. But I got May and June. Did something happen in May or June of something mishandled? But you're resilient. I'm looking to see what she says. She didn't answer. But then you need to liberate yourself. I love surprises. Oh, she likes to chase lights. Maybe in the Aquarius moon, Leo. Okay. So anyway, you're bound by struggles, and it says to release yourself, liberate yourself.
Are we on Carl?
Okay.
Who are we on still? Ellen?
No, I was on Ellen yet. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Feeling well. So I think that's it for me. You just got a lot of struggles. You got surprises coming. But you're strong. You take it with a grain of salt. Just let it go. You don't worry too much about it.
She said nothing really significant happened May or June, so maybe it could be May, June of next year. When it unfolds.
Yeah. So Ellen, mark that down. Just say sometime in April or May or June next year. Just put a little note in your calendar on your phone for a reminder and see if something comes up. And then let us know.
Right. I don't get a bad feeling.
No, I don't either.
It's just it's almost kind of like I feel neutral about it, honestly. Like I don't it's a surprise, but it's like
I feel like it's like a thing you could be in control of, but you don't need to be. I don't it wouldn't be like dire, but I feel like it's
no.
Yeah, it's just unexpected. Like today when I got my I was telling Jeff off stage that I heard from my granddaughter, my daughter's daughter. I got an email from her today, and it's the first time I've heard from her since she was taken by the state when she was 6 years old. And that was unexpected, happy surprise. So maybe you can get something positive, somebody from old family or something. And if we have time, Gigi, I asked Jeff if you and him would read on my granddaughter, and I'll give you more details at that time.
Okay. Of course.
Okay, now we're going to Carl. Advice from my guys regarding my impending deadline on Monday.
Oh.
Do I have the money?
Well, I have your moving, but it also over here for yes or no, it says maybe. So it feels like there is something that still needs to be worked out here. Like it's not um, a clear yes or no at this point. So um, on Monday, will I have the money? I don't know if the money's going to be there today. Like I said, it's a maybe. I know here it's a holiday, so I don't know if that affects where you are at or not. But uh, I I don't know. I feel like there will be change. You're gonna have to, get. I feel like you're being prepared to move. Basically, here is what spirit is giving me. So something is moving. Either you're gonna move physically or finances are moving. But right now, it's a maybe. It's not a clear yes or no for me anyway. But maybe one of the other two has a clearer.
I feel like there's a greater issue at play here. Like, I don't know if you're even wanting to move or ready to move, or if there's something around you that's making you sick in this place. Because what I'm getting is this sensation of like being put in a position where you're forced to move. Because what I'm getting, I got this card in the Hopes and Fears, which is Saturn in Pisces. It's the Eight of Cups reversed. There's this inability to take. So there's something that you're feeling like out of control about the situation. But what does come in is like a landlord to me. The first thing I heard when I got the first card was the landlord. And then I got a delay. So I'm going to go with Gigi on this and say no. And then you're sitting in this tentative sort of energy about like what's next. And then there's this, you've been obsessing about this, and I think it makes it worse. But what I heard was something will be had for a song. And that means like something you'll end up paying less for something to either get out of something or get into something. And then I got on top of it, kind of reaffirming that was this again, the Saturn or the Moon in Capricorn or whatever this, for the Four of Cups. I mean the Four of Coins, and then there's this. I kind of feel like getting out of this place too is like something you need to do. And I don't know if it's a bad roommate or something it is, because you're kind of being shackled and put in a position where you're having to stay in your own area. And as I said, I got this. And then the outcome card, which I had not drawn, was an unexpected change of plans. So something's coming that I think is going to change the direction of this, but it's not going to be as quickly as you think. There's some other thing here you're not telling me or us, I feel like.
I was shuffling and this card fell out. So I feel like your fear and desperation is causing a money blockage. Yeah. So, because, when you're about to lose your house or your life, you do feel like, oh my God, and you want that money, but sometimes it's like you're doing all you can, but you're doing too much, maybe. At the same time, and like basically running around like a chicken with your head cut off, is kind of the energy I feel right now with that.
Yeah, I kind of feel like you're being forced out. I felt forced. Like the Emperor card came in at first, it felt like a heavy hand was forcing you out. But then when I saw Justice, whatever is about to happen to you, because you're sitting in that energy or the energy you're attracting, is justice. So I think what Gigi said makes sense, because this is about like the thoughts that you're having that you can't release. This has been around you for so long, and I feel like
I read
on the other side of it, there is justice. So I mean, I don't know. I do feel though that there's something else at play here, either from the landlord or whoever it is that you owe the money to, or do you need the money to. I feel like there's something else at play here. Maybe you don't know yet. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
I got the 10 of Pentacles.
Ooh.
Mm.
You're well established in your community. That's why you've stayed where you're at as long as you've had for, because you're overburdened. And I think your landlord knows you're overburdened. So they give you leeway. And then you got a well deserved break is coming your way with the wands. You're going to get a break here pretty soon because now you got the Knight of Wands. So far you got 3 wands in a row. So you got a lot of action coming. The City Council wants my place too. That's why.
Ooh. I kind of feel dirty dealings, you know.
Yeah, I feel like there's something shady maybe here. I don't know. And you know what it is, but you're not doing something about it. I don't know.
Judith Anderson. Yeah, you can have a reading, Judith. Put it in.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to be on until we decide we don't want to.
Till the cows come home.
Okay, so
So you're losing control and your confidence because of all the BS that's going on. Don't let it, Carl. You're going to survive. Don't come back to the U.S. though right now. Because he's in the Philippines.
oh, he
Right.
is. Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
don't come back to the U.S. right now. I mean, hell, they may not even let you in the country the way our things are going nowadays. They might consider you a foreigner. Page of Swords. You're still learning of your trade because he's a treasure hunter over there.
Oh,
That's one of the things that he does. Is his treasure.
that sounds interesting.
So, but the thing with it is unsteady income.
Unstable.
Because you're counting on, it's like selling real estate. I could never count on a paycheck until the check was in my hand.
Right.
You could cancel that deal anytime.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, you're just mismatched with where you're at. I got a feeling, you may not want to hear it, Carl, but I got a feeling that maybe it's time to go. But if you don't have no place to go, that really super sucks. I don't feel good about the situation. Oh, you have an idea at last. Good.
I feel like it's a temporary situation too, like
Yeah, well, he's,
a little bit of an in between.
yeah, because I know quite a bit about Carl's situation.
Right.
This, and it just sucks. I mean, you know, I've been in places like he is. No matter how hard I work, no matter how much I gave, I still ended up holding the shitty end of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just I never, but now I don't, Carl. Carl, everything is so much better. Of course, I don't give a shit either. So,
That always has something to do with it.
Okay. So
oh,
yeah,
wow,
Carl,
we're with
good luck.
everybody. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just going through. Did we go through everybody? No, not yet. We still have Magic
We got-
Moon. Oh,
We have at least Magic Moon. Julie has a clarifier she wants.
Well,
Celtic Seer and Judith Anderson.
yeah, we got time.
We got all the time.
Oh, it's Friday night.
We're partying.
Okay.
Oh, clap. We're giving you.
Razzle dazzle.
I was gonna wear my celebration for 4th of July, but I don't feel like celebrating.
Hear ya.
it just, I didn't even grill out or nothing. I just didn't do anything.
We did our stuff yesterday with our neighbors. So, I mean,
Let's see, there's a message from my ancestors.
let's see if there's
Wow.
a message from my ancestors.
I'm going to do a tree keeper's oracle for that one
Ooh.
because trees are very, very old.
Right
don't
away,
want
I heard. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
They don't want you to be at war with yourself, and they want you to stop waiting for the star to fall. They want you not to like unhook the stars. They don't want you to like because what you got is laziness, right? Or laziness or repetitive or sick of it all. And then they know that you're trying to make a change. They want you to make that change, but they want you to grow into it. They don't want you to make it. You might have been through something where you lost a home or you went through a flood or something like that. They don't want you to be in another position where you're like that. And they were showing me like barren and rocks in another planet. I don't know if you have ancestors from another dimension or planet, but they were showing me like sedimentary rocks and like I don't know if it was a desert or if it was but it was dark. So it could have been a desert or it could have been Arizona. It could have been somewhere on there. But you got the King of Swords. And so they want you to dig deep into that well. I don't know if you've been trained in logistics or some sort of form of strategy, but they feel like you can do it. These aren't unattainable aspirations. They're telling me that they are, but instead of watching the stars fall and not have your wish granted, they want you to start to be more proactive about it. They want that for you. They've been waiting with you. They're still around you, trying to help you get that. And subconsciously, with the moon in Scorpio, they've actually, with the 8th house and whatever, Scorpio, they're actually like, that's ancestral, that's family. They're constantly telling you what to do. They're sending you messages, but you don't always feel like you need them, is what I'm hearing. And then, yeah, see, the star did come in, star reversed. So that sort of, not desperation, what's the word? The opposite of hope, not fear or whatever, but just the sense that like, dissatisfaction or whatever is right around you right now. But you need to reclaim your power, and you need to reclaim the thought that you're good enough for this and that you're strong enough. And I also feel like it's self-sabotage if you don't. They want you to realize you don't need to do that. You don't need to do it to yourself, to torture yourself to get something. In the past, there may have been some agreements that you've had to make in different lives to kind of clear karma that might have been painful. And to get what you need in this life, the outer energies, like you feel like you are at war to some degree with this energy that you brought in from another life. I don't know if you were persecuted or something like that, but I'm getting that sense. Yeah. So this is like the hope and fear is that you're going to end up not going to your grave and not having cleared this out or done this. But if you can just bring that unified energy with them, they're going to help you with it. They're going to guide you through it, but you have to be willing to listen to them more. That's what I got for you. I don't know if any of that makes any sense at all.
I got Celtic and Irish like roots. I don't know, or if you feel drawn to that area, or if I can get my words out right. I was drawn to the Starseed mini deck. Like Spirit just had me go over there, and you literally got Starseed out of that. So it says raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant loving light, and we definitely need radiant loving light in this planet at this time. So I also got 2 of Swords for you. So even though she's wearing the blindfold and doesn't want to have to make a choice or make a decision.
Did you see? I don't mean to interrupt you. Did you see this?
I have Irish in my family. Okay. All right. But yeah, I definitely felt like, Celtic Irish roots. So yeah, that definitely first thing there. So, not wanting to make a choice, not wanting to make a decision, but that's still a choice. That's still a decision, It's also duality and balance because, she's holding these swords and she's doing so in a calm manner. So even though we don't want to see things or people for who they really are sometimes, maybe you're afraid it's going to cause some kind of chaos in your life that you're just like, I don't even want that, right? But you also have the world, so a tough cycle coming to an end, things working out for you in your favor for your highest and greatest good is also, I got the 4 of Wands for you as well. So there's definitely something worth celebrating. I even heard hand fasting. You don't always have to have a paper, love is love. And, it's worth celebrating whether you have a piece of paper or not. It's how you feel. And I feel like that's what needs to be celebrated. But I definitely feel like you're a star seed.
Huh. Magic by Moonlight, I got for you the Keeper of Wonder from the Tree Keeper's Oracle. And I really love these cards because it's the trees, the root system, and they just reach for the stars. Trees are just beautiful to me. The Tree Keepers viewed enhancement as a necessary element. They pursued it like sunlight, rain. And now is the time to make a list of all the enchantments you pursue. Wonder like a necessity. Document it. Put practical concerns to one side and allow yourself to marvel. Hang with the hummingbirds, talk with the bees. The world wide is never-ending story, full of surprises and splendors. Observe the many tiny miracles around you. You cannot live robustly by logic alone. Take some time to open your heart wide to receive blessings, both tiny and great. Then list them, noting all the ways you are surprised or astonished. As a famous storyteller once said, those who don't believe in magic will never find it.
Ooh.
Ancestors are telling you, be more childlike. The wonderment that I love to watch children when they're seeing things for the first time. Like the look.
It's unadulterated and it's like so pure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think your ancestors are telling you to go to your inner child.
Okay. Who's next? Okay. Judith.
My husband, by the way. Hi, babe.
Who's your husband?
Pumbaa Dan.
Oh, yeah?
He's my Pumbaa.
We'll read for him, too.
Oh, he says hi. Oh.
Clarification question. Did these readers connect to heaven? Remember the memories? I have been seeking about my childhood and family secret. Question. Did these readings connect to heaven?
I feel like it is. I feel like it's connected in some way.
I feel like they're the things that have been repeating through, they're the same patterns they're telling me that have been repeating through your life. I'll just draw 3 cards on it. This can be like a whistleblower when it's reversed. It can be like a really petulant child. And I kind of feel like you might have been the type of kid that was always very investigative or very curious or whatever, and that might have been held against you. But as you grew, you grew into that role in a mature way, and I feel like you were stymied at different points because things came in, a drastic change of plans that made these things a lot harder. And I also feel like you weren't given the latitude to do these things. So they connect to the childhood in the sense that the patterns were there, and it's kind of like, you know, can we go to the whatever? Can we? I'm here. This is what I'm hearing. Maybe, or we'll see, Julie, we'll see, like that type of thing. So yeah, I don't know why I'm connecting those words to that question, but yes.
Am I supposed to be a whistleblower?
It can be. Yeah, it can be a whistleblower, or it can be the media in a political read, or a whistleblower. Could be someone that's studying, could be a scholar, could be a petulant child, a teenager, that type of thing.
I got a Wheel of Fortune. And I don't know if you've ever heard the song Fancy, but the part where it said the wheels of fate has started to turn, and for me there was no way out, that really stood out to me for some reason. So, I don't know. You know, in that song, she also says her mother gave her a locket that said, "To thine own self be true." So, I mean, if you've never heard the song, it's a good one. But yeah. So, you know, this is good luck. This is your karma, even, you know, and that wheel is turning, and, you know, where it stops, no one knows, as they say.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I
got the Queen of Swords, and you're very knowledgeable, but I happen to know that anyway. But the card is saying that you're a very independent thinker. You got the Queen of Swords, and then you got the Sun right next to it. So you got I think a lot of positivity is coming from all of your research that you've been doing, and with your family and ancestries. Then you get the Lovers reversed. There were some poor choices along the way, but you had deep emotional wounds because you got the Ten of Swords reversed. And it's time to engage in something new, is what it's saying. So I'm trying to remember my reading for you. I remember parts of it. I'm trying to remember more of it.
I kind of feel like you picked up on the energy of these things that you weren't being told, and I kind of feel like that has informed your behavior through the years too. You have a suspicious bone in your body, or you're more inclined to really look at something from all angles and overthink it, when maybe in certain instances you don't have to, because you kind of feel like you're out of your own authority, because they were trying to sell you a bill of goods about something as a child. And that was when because even as a child, if we see something in an image, or we see our parents doing something, then we find out 30 years down the line that they cheated, let's say in my case. Well, we already knew it. So you already knew it because you already had seen it, but your parents don't think that you did catch on to it. So it was kind of like you had to play the game with them that you really shouldn't have had to have played. And then when you came to the secrets that you needed to find out that had nothing to do with them, you really were like on them to kind of make sure that you got the support you needed. And I don't feel like you always got it from family to find out what these things were. They weren't just about being curious. They were about I feel like some of them might have had to do with health too, mental health. He might have been looking at things to see if some things were either genetic or brought through from different lifetimes that could be patterns that would repeat, because that's what they're showing me, what they're telling me.
Is it my turn?
Well, I know you went. Do you want to add anything
Oh, did
to it?
I? No.
I think you did.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of a short one, I think. I did a short one because it was just follow-up.
Yeah.
Just bear with us, Julie.
We're hanging in there.
Yeah, Julie, I'm getting the sense that this pattern stuff is not just this life. It's like, you know what I mean? But yet it feels to me like it's the type of thing that, again, there's this common theory tonight of things not being cleaned out. It was going for Carl. It was going for, Carl's landlord, the city, you. It was going for, I feel like it was happening to Kendra too. That's what I think. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. Yep, that's the perfect card for you. It made perfect sense when I saw it, and it wasn't an accident, or it wasn't on purpose, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I also get people did what they thought they had to do to survive. I
Yeah.
don't know if, but now they may, regret some of the things they did. They don't want to admit, so you may never, even though you know the truth, you may never get the validation. Is that kind of what I'm getting? Oh, hypnotized to forget. Ooh.
Oh.
Wow. They went to extremes.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so Judith. Okay.
It's where we. Did we do Celtic Seer too?
Not yet.
Okay.
No. I hope I still have that in here. Let me just make
It's
sure.
in the start. It's in the start.
Is it in the start? Okay, because I didn't. Yeah, I skipped it. We'll have to come back to it.
Bad boy, bad boy.
The bad
What
person.
you gonna do?
Yeah, what you gonna do?
It's like
come
Come back for me. How does that song go?
bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? I think.
That's too much like reality. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, except now you get away with it.
Yeah.
Some do.
So
Okay.
I got 8 of Wands and 8 of Cups. And 8s are, about recognizing your limitations and then deciding if you're going to let them keep you in, the bounds, or if you're going to be like, I'm going to make my own rules and go where I want to go. 8 of Wands, it is rapid change, rapid movement, you're not letting anyone or anything get in your way, slow you down. You have made up your mind and you are taking swift action here. With the 8 of Cups, this is water. Water is the power of your emotions. So, he is walking away from these 8 cups. He has made up his mind that, he's going for that 9th cup. He's going for that 10th cup. He's not just going to accept what's given to him. I feel like, for me, what I'm hearing here with this is like you're no longer taking scraps from people's tables. If they're not going to give you a seat at the table, you're not interested. So I feel like you're standing up for yourself. And, I also heard independent. So, gaining your freedom. You're not letting anyone clip your wings, tell you how high you can fly. You're the one making the rules.
I'm getting the same sort of thing, but I'm also getting things that bring it back to the past. I don't know if you ever lost a brother or lost anybody in war. I can't remember. We've talked so much, Judith, I don't remember. Or if you fell in love with someone who went into a war. I'm getting also, for some reason, too, that you've been doing some work at home as far as intellectual stimulation, because what I'm getting for you is this. The center card is metamorphosis, it's change. But one of the things that is coming through with that change is you've really been honing in on, and I don't know if you have any Gemini in your chart, but I'm getting this sense right now that you're actually going to be talking to people a lot more. I don't know if you're going to be more social, if you're going somewhere. I feel like the issue with regard to where you're living is kind of dying down or subsiding, but there is still that portion because you get the house and the living room card. And the living room card can also be about the immediacy of those around you. I'm wondering if somebody is going through something maybe health-wise, just a little something. I don't know if it's a grandchild or someone starting a new school somewhere. But you're thinking more about other people than yourself. But that's nothing new for you. But you've been doing the work to get to the place of change. And it kind of makes sense with what Gigi said, in the sense that I don't think at this point you're going to lose yourself in those things that once stressed you out. I think you've come to a place where you're not as militant about things. So I think this summer will actually be validating for you in some way that it hasn't been, because you're actually, based on what Gigi said, you're willing, you've done the work, and I'm getting some type of validation on that in my left ear because it kind of is ringing. I think you'll have a really good summer. I'm done.
I also heard enough is enough. So, I mean, just now.
We know how that goes. Enough is enough. All right, here we go. I'm going to throw my cards. We got 6 cups. Got the Hierophant. I got the Ace of Pentacles. That's twice now I've gotten the Ace of Pentacles tonight. Got the Tower. Page where I'm going to have to leave y'all after this. I'm getting tireder and tired. I've been going since 7 this morning.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's been a long day already. And I even took a break. That's what pisses you off. You know, you take a break and it's still not. All right, 6 of Cups. And what I got for you is you got memories of your youth. You're sentimental right now or something going on, Judith. You're thinking about your childhood or the past, excuse me. Then you got the 5 of Swords reversed. Accept the loss and just move on. The King of Pentacles is a strong provider. I don't know if you're married or in a relationship of any kind, but I got a feeling the King of Pentacles is your spouse. You maybe need to lean on them more. Huh. Then you got making progress and momentum. You got the 3 of Wands. So it sounds like so far the month's going to be pretty good. But you need to rest for the difficult times that do occur. But I think I need a 4 of Swords. Just like, and then it got the Page of Swords next to it. Someone's got some silly ideas, and they're breaking the social norm. What? But then with the outcome, um, you got Ace of Pentacles coming up with new opportunities, and you'll be gaining insight because you got the reverse tower. So you're going to gain insight with untethered falsehoods. You're going to find something's going to happen. You're going to find out the truth. But you need to count on the King of Pentacles, whoever the King of Pentacles is. That's what it's saying to me is, I feel this is either a father, husband, or uncle, or a best friend. You know, I got a feeling it's a male person in your life. That it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. I just feel it's just someone that you can really count on through difficult times. So, oh, fireworks are going off now. It's starting to get dark here, so.
Okay, so we got Celtic Seer. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Man, you kept
Okay,
yawning, and now I'm.
Yeah. Maybe I'll go out and make me a short coffee. Give me or get a Diet Coke.
A boost.
What's the purpose of it? What does the rest of July have in
Rest
store?
of July have in store.
Is this an anniversary month of something, Celtic? Like, did someone die? Did someone get married? Did someone get divorced? Something like that? That's what I'm hearing. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna start. Well, this is interesting for me, this combination when I get this. The Knight of Pentacles, when it's reversed, can be assassin in a political read, or it can be a mercenary card or whatever. But the yellow part of this is usually consciousness. I feel with the challenge being the Fool, you've really sacrificed for something or someone, and I'm wondering if you were the sacrificial lamb, is what they're telling me, for somebody over a period of time. And this particular time is almost about peace for you. It's about looking inward. But one good thing here is this came out in the energy you're sitting in is the boundaries. And then this is the truth. You realize the truth about what it was that they did. You're not going to have it happen again. There was something that came on very suddenly with this person. I don't know if they were drug addled, or they had abusive qualities, or they were in a cult, or they were in something that was at odds with your own value system, because it became untenable. Having to get away from it was everything to you. So this month, really sit in, and I feel like this is the cycle that you're in. This is the Wealthy Merchant, of course. I want to say Jupiter in Gemini, but I don't think it's that. It's whatever. But I think the need to feel secure and sit in that moment and breathe and do what it is that you would do in a summer, whether it is go to a lake or that space. They were showing me something about abandoning a thought, but not perishing it. Like it kind of informs the character of the psychic gifts you have, or the ability to talk your way out of a situation, almost like nothing could have been worse than this, and then I get this, which kind of makes sense. So you can't compromise, but this was like 5 or 6 different people with different goals trying to tell you how to handle it, and then you had to get away from it, and you're still working to get out from under it, is what they're telling me. But the boundaries are up, and at the same time too, this is impotence or walls. This person was horrible to you. They created all kinds of war, and they're still doing it. I feel like from afar, if their spirit is haunting you, they're doing it. Yeah. And then your outcome. So charitable and fair. Be fair to yourself. So what I'm hearing is give yourself the latitude to feel it. I tend to think you sublimate a lot of your energy because you are an empath. So I know you're asking about the rest of July. Go into that place that allows you in your, not just your mind, but your whole system, I'm hearing your endocrine system, your endocrineal system, everything, to feel better. Because I feel like something was taken from you as a result of something else somebody did. I think it was some aspect of your health got worse. I'm done.
Gigi, did you read?
I haven't yet, no.
Okay. If you're ready, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I got the star. So, Aquarius energy coming out here, which is air, the power of the mind. But, kind of something like Jeff was saying, but, you're not losing your hope. You're not losing your faith. You believe what you believe in, and, that sort of thing. And, it's a good omen. Like the star and the sun to me are like 2 of the most positive cards in the deck, So, and I always joke because I'm a Leo, my husband's an Aquarius. Oh. So, we're opposites, but we work,
yeah.
And
the collective versus the self. Yeah.
And
the
then
lion,
our moon signs are opposite. I'm Capricorn and he's Cancer. So, that sort of thing. But, it can still work out, if you work at it, if you want it to work out. I do have the 6 of Swords. So you could be traveling physically or mentally, even spiritually is what Spirit is saying here, especially because we have the star. And, something about like Aquarius, like they usually feel like they're misunderstood, because I know like growing up, I always thought Aquarius would be a water sign. They're the water bearer, but they're air, so you may feel like you've been misunderstood, which could, have led to, petty arguments, disagreements that, I'm hearing here, learn to pick your battles as well, because, not everything deserves your time, your attention, and your energy. We really have to pay attention to what we're feeding, which monkey we're feeding, right? I try to feed the positive instead of the negative, but we're human. We won't always be able to do that. But you also have the Queen of the Cups. When it comes to nurturing, by golly, she is the most nurturing. The Queen, she is emotionally stable. So, she's able to be compassionate, and, she's also calm. So you have the Star and the Queen of Cups who are able to remain calm under pressure. And, I feel like you definitely have had your share of people putting pressure on you. Maybe they wanted you to conform. Is something that Spirit is saying, and maybe you've had to stand apart and be like, you know what, I'm my own person, I'm doing my own thing. You don't have to agree with it, but you could still respect me. You know, that sort of energy is what I feel. But I feel like you do it in a way that comes across as a very loving, you know, but you have your strong, healthy boundaries in place. And I feel like you demand respect and command respect, which can be two different things, but I feel like you're able to make it work for you. Hopefully that made sense.
I feel like she's got a lot going on. Like, she's
yeah,
got
it does. It feels like a lot.
Like, it felt like to me that it was like I tried to put my hand on one thing, and it's like, I don't know if it's because she is working in the light that I'm not getting all of it. Maybe it was like dueling energy that way, but I feel like Celtic is doing a lot more than I get or that I know.
Right.
Some might have to be surreptitious. Some of it might have to be, but it's a lot. It's definitely a lot.
I feel like she needs to recharge her batteries too. Like,
burning the star at both ends.
yeah.
So, got kicked out and back. Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that, Celtics. Okay, I got the Wheel of Fortune in the first place, so your luck is changing, and someone's been emotionally bullying you, is what I've got coming up. I think there was something, Gigi, you said too, didn't you? You got something about being bullied?
Yeah.
They're jealous of her light.
Yep. But I got But I got the 9 of Cups for you. After the bulliness, so your goodness is put out, is returned in abundance. You're going to have an abundance this month of blessings. And don't get impatient. You've got a blockage coming, and if you do, you have a spiritual blocking, I think, coming. Or you just feel uninspired. I think it's more you just, and if you get, like, take a day off, if you can. I don't know if you got kids or all that kind of stuff, so if you can allow yourself, if you can't take a full day, just take a few hours. You know, just, you need it. Oh yeah, resting. And you taking hold, you got to take hold. You got the Knight of Wands. So you got brave and passionate adventure, but you need to, I think you got a high energy, but I think you're burning out and you need to just take some time.
I got sacrifice, like missionary energy on her. Like the Knight of Pentacles was the first card and it came in reversed, and it was like, this is like an assassin card in politics or someone, and then the Fool came in, like it was reversed. It was like this energy was like, oh shit, like I'm stopped in my tracks, but I'm not going to give up. I'm an idealist. Yeah.
And I'm just pulling a couple more cards, and I got ask for help.
Yeah.
Got reverse pentacles. Yeah. Got ask for help. You deserve it.
And that can also mean too, take a gamble.
Okay, yeah. That's a good one. So does that help, Celtics here? And I'm going to have to go because I'm about ready to.
I am too. But listen, we need to do this again, you guys. Yes. If I can dig my Gigi, it was nice to meet you. If I ever dig myself out of my political hole of fear and whatever that I can't seem to do, like we'll have to do this together again.
Okay.
And
you'll get there.
I've been trying to get Bobby back. I don't know if you know Wild Raven Tarot.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But
I've been trying to get him back to do a show because it didn't work out the last time. So I'm trying this week to do something more, you guys, but I just haven't felt like it. I did today, so
This past week I was sick. So I mean today's like the first day I felt better since being sick. So I hadn't even done much on my own channel because I just been sick. So lots of rest, and that's hard when your brain's like, we got to go, you know.
if
Well,
you
tomorrow
haven't
night, DG and I are going to be on at 7. So if you decide you want to join us tomorrow night, just let us know, one of us. And
And you still want me to use this deck tomorrow?
if you want to, what is that deck?
It's the Oracle of Destiny. It's basically
yes.
the hand, you know,
Yeah,
like
we'll talk,
reading
yeah.
it in tarot form. So
That sounds cool. We can use that. That's like I got my new Oracle deck this year, and I really love it. It's really,
it's pretty.
it is pretty, and it's really good.
I have a list of decks that I want, you know.
I do too. I try to calm down with them, but did we
Yeah.
post Gigi's channel, you guys?
Yeah.
I feel like I should have put it in, but I didn't.
Well, we were emailing back and forth, like boom, 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 boom. You know, it's
Okay.
trying to set it up today. So
Thank you, Gigi.
I'll put mine in. Gigi put hers in.
I think that's right anyway. My
Okay. So does that show up on all of them?
It should. I hope so.
Because I'm streaming to my channel.
I was streaming, but I wasn't listed. I went unlisted because I thought the YouTube one that I was going to go through worked, so I never went back to listed. So that's why for the majority of the show, mine wasn't showing, but it was emanating from my show. So from my stream. But my stream was showing because I never put it back. I didn't want people to get confused, you know, once I went into the YouTube one, into the StreamYard one instead of just the straight YouTube one. So I put the other one on unlisted. And then when I ended up thinking when I couldn't do YouTube anymore and had to come through StreamYard, that one I never put as listed. So, but you both were on because I had my thing on, but I'm like, where am I?
Where'd I go?
Like, why am I not? Anyway,
You're John Cena. We can't see you.
we can't see. I'm like, where am I? So thank you guys. Have a good night, you two. Thank you.
It was fun. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hi,
Have me-
Puma Dan. Hi. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming.